What's up, guys? Welcome to the Yakuza Fan podcast.
Welcome.
I'm here again with Cal.
Again.
It's every week, Cal.
I am sick like Nagoshi was.
You're the worst.
I was in bed and he dragged me out of bed and said, no, we have to do a podcast.
I kicked down the door and I said, Cal, you forgot. It's podcast day. And you said, no, we just did a podcast. Why? And I said, because the backers need it. And so here we are, backers. And this is right after TGS, the Tuesday after TGS.
Yes.
Not a whole hell of a lot has happened since then.
Since our emergency podcast.
We had the emergency hype cast where I think I got, a very small amount of sleep. Cal, you were running on a small amount of sleep too. But
yes.
It was pretty tough. And yeah. I barely remember what I said. There may have been a lot of yelling.
We lived through TGS. That's all that matters.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so.
But still, there was more news.
I am honestly shocked at how much news there is. We got... I guess we should start...
Well, most important news.
Okay, yeah, you know what?
Can I lay it on?
Can you lay it on? Okay, lay it out, put it out there, whip it out, show everyone what our podcast can do. Show them your girthy podcast.
Now you've overhyped it. They're going to be really disappointed.
No, show them the length.
No, they're always disappointed.
They are always disappointed in the length. Make it at least 2 inches. Hours!
Why? I can't live up to this hype now. Podcast is now on iTunes. For all of you Apple people.
The Yakuza Fan podcast is now on iTunes. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, but Yak Fan, we just made the switch to Xperia Plays. No one has iPhones anymore. We have all changed brands. We're all the way away from Apple. Apple was what Snake had in Metal Gear Solid 4. That was 10 years ago. Fuck that guy. We're on the Xperia Play going forward.
It is the future.
I don't even know what the features of the Xperia Play is. We can call up our clans. We can
save our game.
Yeah, I guess apparently.
Maybe level up.
Yeah, we're all on Xperia Play now.
Right.
I'm happy about it.
But there's one person on Facebook who was happy about this change.
Oh, why?
I don't know. One person commented was happy to listen at work.
Okay, awesome.
So for you, one person.
I thought you were happy about the change to Xperia.
No, the change to having the podcast on iTunes.
Okay.
So we've got one person.
Yeah. So we finally got it submitted for review. It went through. Apple's happy with it. It says
idiots.
The title. Someone at Apple had to sit there and listen to an episode to make sure that it was okay.
Is that what they do?
I like to think so. I really do.
I feel like they just run it through a computer.
I'm not happy that the title of the episode says Yakuza Fan, not Yakuza Fan Podcast, and I don't know why. But it's not worth me resubmitting it, so just search for Yakuza Fan on the podcast store. It's there.
Yeah. You can get it right to your phone.
Yeah.
Just get it to go automatically.
Yeah. Just set it up to subscribe, set it and forget it, and see you every week. Once again, if you're a subscriber on Patreon, you guys are going to continue to get it early.
How does that work with iTunes? It doesn't?
It doesn't.
All right.
Basically, what I'm going to try and do is make a separate feed for Patreon subscribers, so they will get it night of, but they will need to subscribe manually.
Okay.
Now, you can manually subscribe to a podcast in iTunes. You just need to know the feed URL. So I'm going to create a secret feed URL for you guys on the Patreon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fancy.
It is. So
with instructions on how they can do it?
I'm going to create a fancy feed in iTunes.
Link to the tutorial?
I will do my best. If you guys don't know how to add a podcast feed, just continue watching the YouTube version. It's going to come out every week early.
Yeah.
Just as usual.
Yeah.
You can put it in the background tab of your computer and press play. And
yes. And also, if you've got an iPhone, you can still open up a YouTube video when you're on the go and play it through your headphones while you're doing something else.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, that's our most exciting news for Yakuza Fan this week. The only other thing is I'm happy. This is on a personal note.
Yeah.
I finally fixed the menus on Yakuza Fan 3.0.
Is it fixed on the actual web or just the mobile?
Right now it's just on the mobile. So before, if you were on the mobile site, you would bring up you would click the menu and it would bring up every single thing you could do, the entire list of submenu items, and it would be longer than the page.
Yeah.
Now you got
especially on your tiny phone.
Now you got this nice clean menu. It looks nice.
Get your Xperia Play out.
Yeah,
load it up.
Yeah. Bring up Yakuza Fan on your Xperia Play, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay, so that's general housekeeping out of the way. That's you guys know where we're at right now. We're still tired. All of this sounds very exciting to us. Maybe not so much to you guys, but I'll take what I can get. I'm living in a constant state of hype right now. Everything is amazing.
Yeah, well, if they would stop releasing trailers.
I think we're good for trailers for a while. I don't think there's been a Nagoshi Raw announced yet. I probably should have checked that before I started recording with you.
So after this, we're going to get right into, like, next week, it's going to be back to Yakuza 0 hype.
That's the plan. I think there's supposed to be something coming next week for Yakuza 0.
Ooh.
I hope. I don't quote me on that. So with any luck.
We have no inside information. We just make things up.
It's not true. No, it's not true. They did just show off Yakuza 0 at the GameSpot Expo.
Okay.
And everyone's been playing that. Everyone who plays it, who gets their hands on that game, says how great it is.
Of course they do.
So that's Yakuza's biggest problem is no one understands what the game is.
Hopefully they release a good quality demo.
Yeah.
I think they will, though. They seem like they're marketing it pretty good.
I think they will. Sega's been really good about...
Not just that, but Sega of America.
Yeah, Sega of America have been really good about trying to promote Yakuza 0. I get tweets from people all the time, if Sega would just, maybe promote the games that they're releasing. I have seen so much marketing for Yakuza 0.
But to be fair, you're in that circle.
Even then, but comparatively, like...
Where are these people wanting it promoted?
I've seen more hype for Persona 5 than I have for Yakuza 0. And I've seen less English trailers for it.
Right.
Like, I've watched all of the Japanese trailers for both. They're both great. They're both on par with their marketing.
Of course.
There is just as little trailers for Persona 5 and as there is Yakuza 0.
But of course people are more hyped. It's just a more popular series.
It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Yakuza can ever live up to the popularity. Just based on the kind of game that it is.
Yeah.
It's
and it's not standalone. Like Persona 5, you don't have to have played 1 through 4 to get into that.
Exactly.
Whereas Yakuza 6 is very intimidating.
Yeah, Yakuza 6...
Or 0, rather, even.
And Yakuza 0 are probably the most... You should really play the other games in the series games.
Yeah.
Maybe not Yakuza 0 as much. It's a good starting point. If you got friends who are just kind of getting into the series, that's a pretty good one to show them.
Yeah.
Everyone says... Did I talk about this last week? That
you might have just told me.
Okay, well, I'm going to say it again. Everyone says that Kiwami is a good place to jump into the series. People who say that haven't played Kiwami. Kiwami was made for the fans. It was made for people who played Yakuza 1 and want to re-experience that story with a little something more added to it. It's not a jump-in point.
Why?
It's got the extra grinding for the bug cards, which is that's kind of an annoyance. It's not too bad. I actually kind of like it. The biggest pain in the ass is the Majima Anywhere system.
Right.
That system is brutal. It's you can just be going about your business and then boom, Majima boss fight.
Right, and if you're low on health or something like that.
Exactly. You're just in a fight. There's no running away. It's just now fight Majima. Hey, you know that Majima boss fight you just beat? You went down the street, boom, Majima.
It's like when you were coaching me through Dark Souls 2 and the pursuer kept showing up because we were playing Scholar.
Yeah, or it's like what's that guy in Resident Evil 2? The
Nemesis?
Is that 3? Resident Evil 3. Yeah?
I think it's 2.
I don't know now. No, it's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, right?
2.
You're wrong. Okay, hold on a second. Emergency Googling.
I played that one, actually.
You played Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, I played the one with Nemesis in it anyway.
Just Resident Evil 2.
Okay, then I fine.
Hold on a second, hold on. Let's just see what Resident Evil 3 is called. Nemesis. Told you.
God damn it. Okay, well, I did play that one.
Fine. Perfect.
But he's got fixed points, I'm pretty sure.
Majima?
No, Nemesis.
Oh,
Same
yes
with
and
the Pursuer.
No. He has fixed points, but he still follows you through screens until you can finally lose him.
Yes, I know. I'm still having nightmares.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I don't play horror games.
Yeah.
I have an important question.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing some research for Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
And, well, mostly I was trying to figure out where our... there's one Japanese news site that referred to our YouTube videos that linked to one of them.
Oh, really?
And I'm trying to figure out where that link was. But anyway, what is the subtitle for Yakuza 6?
It's Poetry of Life.
Okay. Because Google translates it to Life is Poetry.
I've heard Life is Poetry. I've heard Song of Life. I've heard Life is Song.
I see.
It is Poetry of Life. It's it could also be Song of Life, but I think poetry of... I think the whole idea of it being a poetic end. Yeah. Like, everything's coming together. This is the final chapter for Kiryu. You've got that amazing new theme song. Was it Soba? Where is it? Yeah,
Soba.
Soba. I'm excited. If you guys haven't heard the theme song yet, it's the one that plays during the extended trailers that also just went up.
Yeah.
Go and check out the theme song. It's up on the YouTube channel, Patreon. Jeez, I've got so many URLs in my head. YouTube.com/YakuzaFanTV, or just go to YakuzaFan.com. We've got it up there. I think it's still on the homepage.
Yeah.
There hasn't been enough news to bump it away yet, so...
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It is heart-wrenching. I know that theme song is going to kick in at whatever climactic moment when someone dies.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be cut?
What do you mean?
Like, if it comes out in English?
I hope not. That is a strong song.
Yeah, I agree.
Music really makes the scene.
I completely agree with you.
If you change the music, like... The way that Sega's classically done it in the past is they go to the end credits and they pull the song from there and they replace the theme song with the ending song.
Okay.
And everyone says they're fine. I never like that.
No, actually, most people say they don't like it.
People say it's fine. They don't say they don't say they like it.
But you know what? It is fine because it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
it's better than
not.
If it can't come out, it can't come out.
I don't know, because I almost feel like I would rather silence and a sign that says sorry. Because I really like the Yakuza theme songs. Every one they choose for the Japanese releases, like, everyone gave Butterfly City the Yakuza 4 theme shit. I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs, because it's just so poppy and weird. And it goes so well with the intro cutscene.
Yeah. I don't know.
I adore it. Like,
they could bring it over, though, because this song, it's the last game.
It's the last game. They're doing everything right this time. Yakuza 0 is looking better than ever. Every time I see something...
I think once we see Yakuza 0, if the title song was cut from that, I think that'll be a big indicator.
Yeah, if they definitely can't get the title song for 0, there's no world where they're going to get it for 6.
Yeah.
But 6 has, I think, 5 songs by the artist in it.
Oh, so maybe they'll just license it all for less money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, the soundtrack to this is all sung like by a singular artist. Like,
I could see that being easier to license. And in Japan, I thought you didn't pay royalties the same way. Or is it doesn't
it doesn't matter. It's first it's different for music, and second it's different for America. You don't pay royalties, but you have to license the music internationally. Yeah. So it's always more expensive.
Yeah. Hopefully they just bite that bullet and license it.
I hate it so much.
But maybe it's only one process instead of, licensing multiple songs. Hopefully.
They
fingers crossed. If not, then maybe they can find an appropriate artist in the US to replace it with.
No, I really hope not. The current license holder for his albums is Warner Brothers Music in Japan.
Oh.
I know this because I uploaded the latest extended trailer to our YouTube channel, and not Riga Gotoku Studio claimed it. Warner Brothers Music Japan claimed it. So I'm currently fighting that copyright infringement. Shouts out. I don't know if I have a leg to stand on. I was on the official Riga Gotoku channel, and they got their copyright strike removed. For a while there, when they posted the trailer, they were running commercials on their own trailer because of this copyright thing. Because Warner Brothers heard the music or read the music inside it and just... Oh, no,
the auto thing with YouTube, which is broken.
Yeah, they monetize it. Konami does the same thing for, everything. Konami is the worst.
We have, on our other channel, our entire Metal Gear Let's Play couldn't be monetized.
Oh, yeah. We played through Metal Gear, one? All of... we played through 1 and 2. Yeah, we played through 1 and 2, and Konami just came along and just put the hammer down on everything, licensed all of the music. We now make 0 revenue from any of it. And there's commentary over the entire thing. Yeah. It's not just, here's a blind Let's Play of Metal Gear in silence. It's us talking at length about Metal Gear.
Yeah, can you imagine us talking at length about something?
Yeah, exactly. And we still got dinged for it. We're playing through Zelda right now, and Nintendo's trying to copyright us for the 3DS version, and we're playing a GameCube game. Yeah. So...
Yeah, and for the music again. So it's just YouTube is broken when it comes to copyright with music.
It's seriously broken. Yeah, no, I'm checking it right now.
We're still fighting.
I'm still fighting the copyright dispute. According to this, they'll monetize my video if I win this court case. So that's great.
Court case.
Oh, you got copyright dispute in progress. That's new. That's a new status.
Oh, I saw that earlier.
You'll receive a response within 30 days.
30 days to know if you're going to make any revenue off a video.
Perfect.
I like how they do that long enough so you don't take it down. And most people are probably going to lose, and the copyright holder gets all that money.
Yeah. It's such a shame. It's such a shame. But, whatever. That's what Patreon's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's...
So, but what, the video that was, we can talk about that. The video that is being... Disputed.
Yes.
Is the new extended trailer.
Yes, it's the extended story trailer. There's not a whole hell of a lot that's changed. It's basically a combination of the original story trailer that they released just before TGS, I think.
Yeah.
It was a couple of weeks ago. They released a shorter, 1 minute story trailer, and then during TGS they released their second story trailer, which was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And this is, for the most part, a merging of both of those trailers. There's not a whole hell of a lot new information. There's some more set pieces, some more fight scenes, some more locations, but...
Yeah, it all just looks really cool.
The only new piece of information is that Daigo is missing again, Daigo Dojima. That guy cannot sit still. Honestly...
He's worse than Haruka.
They need to put a bell on him. I was saying on Twitter earlier that I'm pretty sure at this point he's just messing it up on purpose, so they ask him to stop. They're like...
I don't want to be the chairman anymore.
He never wanted to be the chairman. When you go and recruit him in Yakuza 2, he didn't want the job. He didn't want to be there at all. And so I think that every game, he just fucks it up worse and worse. so that eventionally they're going to say...
Someone will step in and be okay, please, you've had enough.
Yes, please, we don't want you here
anymore. Why did he become the chairman? Because he was...
Because he was, what's his name, son there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kazuma's son. So...
Okay.
Yeah.
But Kiryu got to be the chairman for a while. How did that work out? I don't even remember.
He keeps leaving the position.
So Kiryu worked out how to leave. Why can't Daigo?
He tried to leave, but everyone still refers to him as the chairman. He has to keep coming back and solving problems.
Who, Kiryu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps getting sucked back in.
Former chairman.
Exactly. I don't think he was chairman for very long.
No.
At all. I think he became the chairman in Yakuza 2, and then by the end of the game he wasn't the chairman anymore. And then he retired to live in his orphanage.
Yeah, but because he's badass, everyone wants to.
Yeah, exactly.
Be that guy's part of the Tojo clan.
So yeah, go check out the extended story trailer. There's some cool stuff in there, but overall it's mostly what we've already seen.
More of the same.
Yeah, I mean, if you weren't hyped before, you'll be hyped now.
So who's the chairman while Daigo's gone?
Okay, that is Sugai.
How do we know this?
Shouts out KHH Subs for telling me.
Oh, where did he know? How does he know?
It's in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just bring this up here so I can show you, because you're kind of out of it. Oh no! Hold on a second. Windows just crashed. Oh no!
Told you had too many tabs open.
Okay, we're back. There was a little touch and go there for a second. We had a catastrophic failure. I'm honestly surprised that the podcast is still here.
We recovered.
We were so close to just calling it for the night and going. I was just going to go to bed and things would have been late. Sorry, Cal, you're being roped back in.
I have Pokemon to catch.
I don't really know what that has to do with anything. I imagine you need to dream about catching them?
No, I wanted to play Pokemon too.
In bed?
Yes.
Oh. I was going to bring up our podcast notes, but unfortunately when my computer crashed, the 10,000 things on my desktop have...
They're not on the desktop.
Oh no, they're in here?
The podcast folder.
Oh, there they are. Okay, good. So, where did we leave off?
I think we were talking about the fact that Sugai was taking over as chairman. But who is Sugai?
Oh, why would you do this to me again? Why didn't I check this during the crashing hour? I'm gonna bring up the ryugotoku.com website again.
It's Ryu-Gotoku.
No, Ryu-Ga-Gotoku. Now.
/6.
/6.
SIX, not the number 6.
Here, this guy.
He's super young.
He is. There we go.
So his name is, what is it?
Which one?
Sugai?
Yeah.
This guy's name is Sugai?
Sugai, yeah.
And he is the new chairman. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking over in Daigo's absence.
So he's super young. He wants to be Kiryu with his white suit. He's got a sick tie. He looks really badass.
Yeah. I mean, we don't... I don't know. He's just there. I don't think he's going to be there for very long.
He looks like a criminal. Like, not just a criminal, but like somebody who's really a shitty person.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
I'm calling it.
Yeah.
All the other Yakuza are like so lovable.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look... He looks like the kind of guy like that you just don't want to be friends with.
Oh, no. I think we're all mixed up here.
Oh?
Hold on. This here's the guy. Oh. Yeah, here we go.
You're lying to me.
No, I wasn't lying to you. I clicked the wrong link.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, well, he looks way more friendly.
Yeah.
He looks like your typical Yakuza boss.
He really does. He looks like a bit of a
stereotype. He's an alcoholic.
Yeah. Okay, so the only other cool part of the trailer is you get to see...
So who's the young guy?
I don't know. Let's just skip past that for now, okay? I don't remember, I'll be perfectly honest. We did get, in that trailer, the coolest moment is seeing the new character models, right. But doing the Yakuza 5 cutscene. They remade that final cutscene from Yakuza 5 with the Yakuza 6 engine. We just got a Java alert. Everything's popping up tonight. I can't catch a break. Okay. So you see...
This podcast is a trainer.
Oh, it's fine. So you see Kiryu, he's out. And this is spoilers for the end of Yakuza 5. If you don't want to hear this, just fast forward. Kiryu, he's out in the snow. He's bleeding real bad. And it's playing that amazing music. And then he just collapses. And then you see Yakuza 5... then you see Yakuza 6 Haruka in her Yakuza 5 costume where she just finished the Idol. Her big show. And she finds him. And she takes him to hospital. And then you see Seijima and Majima. And they're both there hanging out at the hospital room waiting to see whether Kiryu is okay. And then the cops show up.
Yeah.
They're there to arrest Kiryu. They don't like him.
Why are they arresting him? What did he do?
I don't know. That's the weirdest part for me. As far as I know, he didn't do anything in the end of Yakuza 5 that would warrant him being arrested.
Yeah, maybe it's just the Yakuza ties.
Am I crazy?
Like maybe they finally got evidence for one of his other real crimes.
What real crimes? He's a good guy.
Killed tigers?
No, they were attacking him. That was self-defense at worst. But
like, do you ever kill any of the people that you fight?
I don't think so. I don't know if Kiryu has actively ever killed anyone. Ever. That I know of. Someone let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't think maybe your actions have led to a person's death.
Yeah.
But I don't think you yourself.
Maybe your orphanage tax shelter?
No, because it's still there. Yeah.
This is very puzzling. Why was Kiryu arrested?
Yeah, if you guys have any theories about why Kiryu went back to prison, as far as I can tell, he's just someone needed to take the fall. And
for what?
For the events of Yakuza 5. Like, there was a whole bunch of crap that went down, and my guess is that Kiryu is just the fall man.
Oh, okay. That's not... I guess that makes sense. That's how Yakuza games are written. So.
I think they just wanted to send him to prison.
I really want to know, more importantly, why Akiyama's broke.
It's not super clear if he even is broke. Who knows? Who knows?
Spent all his money getting Kiryu out of prison.
That would explain why he hasn't been there. Like, why he got out after only 2 years. Because that seems like a really short sentence for a repeat murder offender. Yeah. Like, usually if you commit murder and then you get out after 10 years and you go back to prison, you don't just get another 2-year sentence. That's that's another life. Like, you're done. If you end up back in prison after a murder, you're like, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't know anything about the legal system, so I'm gonna take your word for it.
That's basically it. Just trust me on
this.
But
I know the Japanese system is harsher than ours too.
Is it?
That explains why their crime rates are so low.
I don't think it does. I think that's an institutionalized thing why their crime rates are so low.
Well, no, their crime rates are low because they have way stricter laws, way stricter.
They have more gun
sentencing.
Control.
They have crazy gun control.
Yeah.
But
good. That's I'm not going to get into this topic.
No gun control topics.
But I mean,
yeah. But unless you're a member of the Yakuza, which according to the games, everybody has a gun.
Yeah. I remember. Okay, I'm going to step away for a second here to go on a little bit of a tangent.
Okay.
And I remember reading this story from a guy who was just, I think he was like a journalist or something. He was living in Japan. And one day he was there and he was on a train station. And I wish someone could send me the source to this story because I don't remember where I got it from.
Deacon likes to make up stories.
I do. And he was on the train station, and he's a white guy. He's in Japan. He's a non-native Japanese guy in Japan.
Yeah.
And he's
Caucasian.
No, not even. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know any specifics of his race. I just know that he wasn't born in Japan. He's just
a non-Japanese person.
He's a guy in Japan, and he's on the train station. And there was some big Yakuza guy, like, just kicking the shit out of some guy, like, just, like, telling him to give him money, like, he was trying to collect a debt. And the guy was saying, I don't have the money. And the big Yakuza guy was just kicking the shit out of him in front of everyone. And no one would intervene or say anything.
Fuck that.
But... then he couldn't just stand by anymore because that's not in his nature. So he went and he intervened, and he said, told him to stop, like, pulled him off of him. Mm-hmm. And like this guy for a second looked like he was going to turn around and kill him. And then the Yakuza guy, he composed himself and he apologized, and then he just left. And
that's insane.
And then so then everyone else that was on the station came over and they helped the guy who was on the ground, and they called an ambulance and whatever.
Yeah.
And so he's talking to his Japanese friends later. It's like, why? What happened? Anywhere else, I would have got the shit kicked out of me. Why? And they said that very specifically that they have in the Yakuza code to not attack civilians.
Yeah.
If you are,
this guy deserved it because he was involved with them.
Yeah, he got in bed with them. He didn't pay back their money. He got what was coming to him from that perspective.
Yes.
But this was just another guy who was just there. He had nothing to do with it, and.
He was trying to help. He was trying to be a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. And so he just got completely left alone. And that's what I'm talking about by the institutionalized crime.
Yeah. And that culture is a lot more. They
keep to themselves a lot more.
Well, they do, but they also go for the common good a lot more than Western culture.
I disagree.
Well, everything that I've read,
I think that I just think that they keep to themselves a lot more. The reason that most suicides in Japan happen by throwing yourself in front of the train is because the trains are so perfectly scheduled in Japan, like to the second scheduled, that the biggest fuck you can do in Japan is to throw yourself in front of one and fuck up everyone's day.
Yeah.
So so anyone who commits suicide in Japan by throwing themselves in front of a train is just to get noticed.
Wouldn't it be harder to argue for insurance purposes that was a suicide because there's a reasonable amount of doubt that you could have fallen?
No, I don't think so. Not at this point. That's why every train has cameras on the front.
Okay.
And every station has cameras.
To see if you fell or if...
Just to keep everything on the up and up. Every train has a mounted camera on the front. And I'm pretty sure most Western trains do as well.
I think that's pretty common. I mean, even school buses have them, so...
Yeah, exactly. So, at this point, if you're going to throw yourself in front of the train, it's literally just to wreck people's day.
A last fuck you to society.
Yeah, but that's kind of it. Because everyone they keep to themselves. They don't... They don't usually go out of their way, and they make sure that everything is just running smoothly and everything maintains, and no one gets out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, it is certainly a culture that people are encouraged to know their place.
Yes, no, definitely, especially women. Oh,
but not children, ironically.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There are very warm Japanese families, and when you are part of that community, it is a very loving. There is that, but a lot of young people, especially who disconnect, the hikikomoris who sit in their room and don't do anything outside of just eat and use the computer, don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, don't have that connection. If we didn't know each other, I'm pretty sure that's all we would be doing, is sitting inside of a dimly lit room using a computer all day. So maybe sometimes foraging for food.
We do that anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so that's your culture hour.
Yeah, from somebody who's never been to Japan.
I
knows nothing about...
I've been to Japan twice, thank you.
You have been to the airport, it doesn't count.
It counts. Look.
You didn't go through customs.
All I'm saying is, when you go to Japan, kill yourself with a train.
But what about Suicide Forest?
Suicide Forest is too spooky. Don't kill yourself there. Your ghost will not get along. I mean, if you're gonna go out, blaze of glory, train. That's how I want to be. That's how I want to be. Remembered. Ruining everyone's day.
Trust me, that's how everyone remembers you, regardless of what you do.
It doesn't really matter how it happens. Just I want to make sure that everyone's slightly inconvenienced. Well, it's my favorite story. I think it's been passed around Facebook. It's basically a meme at this point.
Yeah.
Is how do you want to be buried? I want to be scattered at Disneyland. Also, I do not want to be cremated. Yeah.
That sounds exactly like your personality.
It really does. Or turn me into a diamond.
No, we
Metal
Gear
Gear style. I want you to turn me into a diamond and wear me into battle. A shining light to our brothers in arms.
What I'm gonna do with you if you die?
You're gonna put me in a box and bury me in the backyard.
No, I'm not even gonna bury you. I'm just gonna fucking throw you away.
Throw me to the wolves.
Yeah.
You know what? We have a zoo close to us. Just feed me to the bears.
Ooh, the polar bears would love you.
They would. And it'd be a great story, too. Like, all you need to do is weekend at Bernie's My Corpse, all the way to the zoo. Get me in. Just put me in a wheelchair. Oh, no, he's just really tired. He's fine.
Yeah.
Take me over to that polar bear exhibit, and then whoop! Oh, no, he fell in. Someone help. Oh, they're eating him and stealing his pants. Okay. Cal, I feel like you took us too far off topic.
Me? Why do you always blame me?
Because you steer the ship in weird directions. Okay, so let's circle back. The other new trailer that came out is the extended PlaySpots trailer.
I love the PlaySpots.
The PlaySpots trailer is a 10-minute supercut of every single trailer that we saw during TGS, only all run together. And then there's an extra 40 seconds on the end that basically talk about how good the quality of them are. I mean, that's not wrong. They look great. They don't have a whole hell of a lot of new footage. They kind of show some new fight scenes. There's a little bit more of that bathhouse fight where Kiryu has to fight like 10 guys in a bathhouse.
I am so excited for naked fights. Anytime somebody's not wearing clothes.
I feel like every game they step up that bathhouse fight. They get more and more, and now it's Kiryu versus a bunch of naked dudes.
That reminds me, I think somewhere somebody said, or was it Nagoshi that said that they're surprised by female fans? I
believe it was in an interview with Yokoyama.
That's what it was.
Where he said that Yakuza has female fans, but we don't know why. Yeah, we've never put anything in our games to appeal to women. It's surprising that we have female fans. It's like, are you guys serious?
Have you seen the characters?
It's a bunch of muscle-bound hunks. Like, I mean, I ain't a lady, but goddamn. I'm just saying, maybe this is just another Japanese thing that I'm never going to get. Like, I find that Japanese authors tend to have an idea of how they want to tell their story. If they have a story, they've specified an audience, and they don't see how anyone outside of that audience could come to that story.
Yeah, which is ironic in a country where there's the Fujiyashi. That's a whole group of women who self-labeled themselves as people who like men.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially men being attractive and hunky.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Nagoshi has the same problem with it's the exact same problem of him not understanding there's people outside of Japan that would want Yakuza. It's because he made a game for Japanese people in Japan.
Japanese men.
Yeah, Japanese men in Japan. And from his perspective, it's a niche. Don't get me wrong, it is a niche market, but from his perspective, he doesn't think that anyone...
It's a secluded market.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that there is an appeal outside of Japan for these kinds of games because it was made to appeal to a Japanese audience. What could the appeal be outside of that?
And I find he's very closed-minded versus like an American developer would be like, oh wow, all these people are enjoying this outside of who I thought would enjoy it. Let's market to them.
I agree. I think that's a huge misstep with them not realizing how popular the series could be.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's a complete lack of marketing, and I think that it really does play into that. I think that...
Not just marketing, they almost want to keep it to themselves.
I don't know about that. I think that they would be happy if everyone played it. They went all in with Yakuza 1, getting the full English dub, and then no one played it. And I think that was... Like, Nagoshi had to live through that. Like, he was going to resign if Yakuza 1 wasn't a success, wasn't a commercial success. He told the higher-ups that, I will quit.
I'm not allowed to talk about this.
It's fine. Anyways, so when Yakuza 1 came out in English, it was supposed to be a big thing. Like, they had a big marketing push behind it.
Yeah.
They had, big name voice actors. They like Eliza Dushku at the time was, she was pretty hot.
Yeah. Mark
Hamill as Majima. They had Luke Skywalker play Majima.
Yeah.
Doing his Joker voice.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, there's something special about the Yakuza 1 dub, and I think that it holds up surprisingly well.
But it failed miserably.
But
for obvious reasons.
I don't think it was the problem of the dub. There were other games.
No, it wasn't a problem with the dub.
The problem was that everyone was already looking towards the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Like, people, especially in the West, were ready for something new, and Yakuza came out, and it was marketed as Japanese GTA.
Yeah, it really was. Like, I worked at EB Games at the time, I think when 2 came out.
Yeah.
And it was like, the PS3 was already out at that point, and nobody was interested. And anyone who I spoke to, nobody knew anything about the game or could tell me what it was. And I looked at the case, and the case doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
It looks like either Japanese GTA, like you said, or like the Mafia games.
I hear that a lot, is that people thought that it was Japanese Mafia.
I thought it was like part of the series.
Oh, really?
Like, it was just Mafia, Yakuza, I know what they are.
Yeah. Well, we need a third gang. We need to, I don't know. There should be, you know what, you could have had a trifecta of gangs. But yeah, I've heard that too, that people at the time didn't think it was GTA, thought it was part of the Mafia series, or a Mafia-like game. Yeah. Where it was just going to be more of that style.
Yeah, which it doesn't appeal to me.
No,
had I known it was a brawler, like
I only like 2 open world games like that, and one's GTA 5, the other's Vice City. Yeah, that's it. Like, and even then, those are games that I will play and I will enjoy, and then I am done with them, and away they go. And they don't stick with me like the Yakuza series does. Every time I play a Yakuza game, I sit down and go, that was an experience. I love that. Like, they give me a feeling that no other series does in terms of enjoyability.
Yeah, but I think it's a shame that most people got in like around 3, us included.
We got in around 3, but we didn't start with 3.
No.
We heard that 3 was on the horizon, and
the controversy actually really helped.
No. The controversy came out after we were into it.
Okay.
Because I remember when I was working for Orange Lounge Radio, I actually put up a big post of here's what is and is not in Yakuza 3. Mm-hmm. Like, I was one of the people who helped break that story and break down what content was not there.
Okay.
We actually got into it. Yakuza 3 was on the horizon. I think it was going to come out in 4 months.
Okay.
And for me, it was actually Mega 64 podcast. I sat down to watch that, and I remember Derek mentioning, I've heard about this game, Yakuza 3's on the horizon. It looks kind of cool. I don't know anything about it. Apparently, it's like a Japanese mafia-style game. And I'm like, I like Japan. That sounds like it would appeal to me. So I went and looked it up, and I watched a couple of trailers from Yakuza 3. I'm like,
get this game from work.
No. And then I thought to myself, well, I'm not the kind of person that can start halfway through a series. I'm not. I have to, if I'm going to get into a series, I have to go back to the first one. Mm-hmm. The only exception is maybe Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, where the plots don't
They're standalone, like they're numbered, but they're not. Like you were just talking about Persona, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's just it. I got into it with Persona 4 and then I went back and played 3, but I know those are standalone. If you have a story that arcs multiple games,
you gotta start with one.
I am starting at number 1.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I started with Metal Gear and then went through.
You did not play Metal Gear.
I did play Metal Gear. I got it on the the Vita. And then I went forward from there.
I do not believe you that you finished the game.
I finished it. It sucks.
We have it on the NES.
That is the worst version. The NES version is the worst version. The MSX version is the good one. The NES version wasn't made by Kojima.
Oh.
Yeah. They relinked parts of the map. But they didn't relink the codec.
Oh, yes.
So you'll walk into a room and you'll get a call saying, look out for the poisonous gas. And you look around the screen, it's like, there's no poisonous gas. What the fuck is going on?
10 screens later, here it is.
Exactly. Like, that is one of the most fucked up games. This Metal Gear on the NES.
Oh,
it's really bad. Okay.
We can't make this a Metal Gear podcast.
No. So tune into Metal Gear Fan.
Yeah.
Should be on iTunes soon.
Yeah. We're talking about Metal Gear Survive.
Oh yeah, we're just Metal Gear surviving. Okay. The only other thing that I thought was really cool from the PlaySpots trailer, besides fighting the shark, which I mean that is I think the weirdest one because all of that part is done in first person. It's like an on-rail shooter where you're spearing fish.
Yeah.
And then you have to fight a shark.
Yeah.
And it goes into third person.
I think that third person thing, though, that it went into, I bet you that's a quick time event sequence.
I think so, too. I'll be honest. I really think so, too. And then there's also a part with Kiryu rapping.
Yes.
It's a blink and you'll miss it. Go into my Twitter, twitter.com/yakfan, and I've got a GIF up of Kiryu. He's wearing his suit. He's got cool guy shades on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he speaks in English in the trailer. I can't remember what the hell he says though, but It's the weirdest.
It's really weird.
It looks like a Kanye music video. Like, I don't know what to expect.
I can't wait to see more.
I don't know what they're going to put in. Like, what if they put in Bushido by Zebra? And Kiryu raps to Bushido.
Well, we know the guy.
Oh my god, I'd be so happy.
We know he's a singer, right? The guy that does Kiryu's voice.
Yes, Takaya Kuroda.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a good transition.
Segue.
Yeah, a good segue into our next topic of Takaya Kuroda and Goodfellas, which is Kiryu's voice actor's new band. Yeah. They just released their first album.
I'm getting cut out of these games, so I'm gonna start a band.
Hey. He's a pretty cool guy. I'm pretty sure he nearly died a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he was really sick. I was reading his blog.
Oh, he was really sick. Like, he was on death's door by the
he was, like, super depressed about it.
Oh, it was really sad. Like, I remember reading something like he was nearly paralyzed from the waist down at some point. Like, he was, like, real sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now he's got his own band. It's Takaya Kuroda and Goodfellas. And they do rock music.
Yeah, he's super fashionable.
He is. It's basically Japanese dad rock. I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I actually really like it. I'll be honest. I've been kind of listening to the song on a loop.
He's got like a new album or a new single out. Just a single.
I think that he's got a whole album, but the only album is like 5 songs.
Oh, okay.
So you can go onto his website and you can buy it. They just put out the music video for their first single. That would be, I guess, how you'd say that.
Yeah.
That's up on Yakuza Fan. I really like that song. I mean, I've been listening to that guy sing for years now, so...
Yeah. I don't know. I never thought he was all that good in the karaoke, but...
I always enjoyed his karaoke singing, especially like his enka, stuff like that.
But maybe it's just what he was singing that was the problem.
I really enjoy him singing Machine Gun Kiss.
I think it's just...
I'll be honest.
He's got a very distinct voice.
I think so too. But I think it works really well with his new band.
Yeah. He's writing music for his singing style.
Yeah, or at least he's singing music.
Yeah.
The Japanese music industry is a lot like the American one, where other people write your songs. I don't know whether he wrote these. I imagine he would. It's did.
A pretty small band.
It looks like a little passion project.
Yeah,
it doesn't
looks kind of indie.
It really does. So someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any kind of record label behind his band at all.
Which is... I think that's cool. I mean, it's nice to see the indie industry expanding in Japan.
No, let's not go crazy because I don't actually know. I'll be honest.
Regardless, the indie industry barely exists there.
Yeah, but go check it out. I think
it's a nice change from AKB48.
I like AKB48. They're a bunch of cool girls.
What is baby metal?
No, you shut your mouth. Baby metal is the best.
No, they're not.
I like baby metal.
No,
I like the
awful.
unique brand of metal/pop.
No, they're awful.
You're awful. They are the best band.
No.
Okay.
Did we cover all of our topics?
I think so.
I told you we could drag it out to a full episode.
Yeah, I guess so. So, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, which is just happened today. And you know what? While we're talking, I'm going to bring up the PlayStation Store here just to double check.
Yeah.
But Yakuza 5 is 25% off. Yeah, 25% off on the PSN. And that's not just for Plus members. That is for everybody.
Yeah.
So
they're smart. They're like, hey, I know a game's getting a lot of press.
If for some reason you're listening to the Yakuza Fan podcast and you haven't played Yakuza 5, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Go and download it. You missed it when it was free for Plus.
A bunch of them are all grumpy.
You missed it at launch.
They're all like, I don't want to play Yakuza 5 because it didn't get a disc copy.
If you don't play Yakuza 5 because it didn't get a disc copy, you are missing out. You are doing yourself and you are doing the game a disservice. The fact that the game came out at all should be enough. It doesn't matter how it came out. The fact that it came out is what you should be looking at here.
And it's really good.
If it is super expensive in your country...
There's an Akiyama avatar.
There is. I've got the Kiryu avatar. Okay, if Yakuza 5 on the PSN is super expensive in your country, go on to our PlayAsia. PlayAsia right now has, you can buy cards, like PlayStation Network point cards. I think you can just buy them off Amazon as well. But,
but if you go to our website and click the PlayAsia link...
Oh, that's a good... Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that. Go to yakuzafan.com, click the PlayAsia link. This is sounding more and more like an advertisement. This totally wasn't. But...
Like real Yakuza, we can pull everything into a way to make money.
Sure. Just get an American points card and buy it like that. That way you can skip your crazy import taxes. And if you're in Australia, I think Yakuza 5 is like $60. Like, it's nuts. And like, I get it. it's old at this point. It's really, really old at this point. There has been 4 games, I think, out in between Yakuza 5 and 6. So it's getting on in years.
3, right?
No.
0, Kiwami.
0, Ishin, Kiwami, and... I guess only 3. And then 6 is going to come out, so that's 4. So
yeah.
You are doing yourself a disservice if you don't play Yakuza 5. Especially because 6 ties in so closely. 6 begins as 5 ends. It is bookended, like... what happens in 5 happens, and then what happens in 6 happens.
You need to play it.
It is back to back. So make sure that you play Yakuza 5 before 6 comes out. 0 is still incoming. That's coming out in January.
January 25th, I want to say.
Something like that. I don't know. Stay tuned. We will definitely be the first ones to post about when Yakuza 0 has is nearly launching. I mean, there will be daily posts.
Yes, you will hear from us.
Yes. I will tweet every person on Twitter individually and tell them to buy Yakuza 0. So come January, mute my account. Come back in February, unmute me, and I may be done tweeting everybody on Twitter personally. Hey, at Kanye West, buy Yakuza 5, buy Yakuza 0. At Taylor Swift, I found your new boyfriend. Yakuza 0. Okay. Do we need to keep going, or are we going to call it? It's late here, guys. I'm still not all caught up on my sleep. I'm a very sleepy boy. I think that this is a nice long episode. It's good for now. It's not as girthy as usual, but damn it.
Can you please
we had a crash. You don't like the term girthy?
No.
I like it. Okay.
You're just not using it correctly.
No. Please, stop being so girthy. Now...
Please help me, everybody. Please save me from this.
Okay, so I think we're going to call it for tonight. Stay tuned to YouTube. We hopefully I've got some stuff recorded. I'm working on something cool coming up. Hopefully this week. I'm going to, of course, be posting it to Patreon first. Everyone who's subscribing on Patreon is going to get my new video hopefully before Friday. That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
So the rest of you guys should get it come Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see.
Yeah, you're working on it. It looks good.
Thank you.
I'm excited for it. Can I plug something?
Sure.
I'm going to plug 2 things. 1, follow me on Twitter at CalculateAtRisk, KALC. I don't know how to spell calculator now.
Oh my God.
I'm tired. I know how to spell it when I'm typing it. Anyway, it's calculated with a K.
Yeah, so you're Calculated Risk on YouTube, and that's
on Twitter.
On Twitter, and that has a K.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you should check out our other YouTube channel.
Yeah, go check us out on angrygamers.com.
Angry dash.
Yeah, it's got a dash. It's the minus sign. You know that sign that you love? Okay, angry, like when you type in ryu-ga-gotoku.com, it's angry-gamers.com. Now, I am not above promoting all of my stuff. Cal's covering his eyes. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't like my unique brand of marketing?
No, I don't.
It's fine. So yeah, go check us out over there. We do YouTube stuff. We're playing.
We do YouTube stuff.
We're playing games. We're having a good time.
We're playing through every NES game systematically.
Yeah, we've started a new series over there where we started at letter A of
the numbers.
The numbers of every single NES game ever released, and every day we're working through it. We're playing one NES game a day until we die.
Yes.
So
for the next, suppose, 2.5 years.
I think we calculated it to be about 2.5 years worth of NES games. So if you get on there now, you can get on the ground floor of watching us play all the NES games. Anyway, that's our other channel. If you can't,
because you don't hear enough of us.
If you don't hear enough of us talking bullshit, come and watch us play NES games.
And we played through Catherine, which I think who likes Japan.
Yeah, if you guys like Japanese games, come and watch us play Catherine. It's awkward. It's very awkward. It gets real weird. Anyway, guys, we're going to call it for today, and we'll talk to you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.